The question comes from Matt Sweatman. And Matt Sweatman would like to know what we think the funniest moment in Trek is. Not a funny episode, just a scene or line of dialogue. What's your favorite funny moment?
So I was initially like, oh, Lower Decks. Obviously, there's an episode in there. And I know there's at least a scene in there where we were laughing so hard we had to pause it to continue laughing, but I can't for the life of me remember what it is. So I'm gonna go with something that was hilarious to me that comes from a show that you would not think is hilarious. Discovery, when Burnham was tripping and
yes,
and you're like, oh, she can do funny. She's not just serious Vulcan. This is great. And so that's my funny scene, is that entire section.
I love that. Good choice.
Yeah.
Chuck, what do you got?
My first one, when I saw the question was going to be, I was annoyed because I said it last week on the podcast. So I had to come up with a second choice because I don't want to mention Bailey again. So I've been rewatching the sixth season of DS9 this week. And there's a bit when when Quark was getting the information from Damar and he comes back and he's drunk trying to tell them. And he's like, it's a defector. And they're like, who could it be? And Rom's like, well, I don't know. I'm the only one who knows anything. And they're like, no, wait, deflector. And they're like, what do you think, Rom? And he's like, I'm just glad it wasn't me.
Right.
Gets me. He delivers that line.
I do love that so much. Oh my gosh. Keith.
As you said, well, it's a scene that is not meant to be a joke, but it's a funny scene. It goes back to the original series episode, The Naked Time. And it's just something. Thank you. It's so stupid. It always gets to me. The way men laugh and scream in Star Trek in the old days is funny. And there's a scene where Yeoman Rand is Spock is going to the bridge, and there's this weird dude with a can of paint who has painted "Love Mankind" like on the wall, and he's just laughing. And I'm going to try. He's like, and he just keeps laughing. And Spock tells him, "Crewman report," and he bows and keeps laughing. And then there's another scene just like that where McCoy finds a cure for the thing that's making people. He calls the biolab, and the guy on the thing starts laughing with that same crazy laugh. And those laughs are so stupid. It's like Three Stooges level. Every single time I watch that, I just burst out laughing. So those are funny scenes for me. I just love those guys laughing.
Well, what's yours, Alan?
Okay, mine comes from one of my favorite episodes in the entire history of the world, The Bride of Chaotica. So many funny scenes in that. But my favorite moment is when they're on the rocket and the whatever the extra dimensional people are, the subspace people show up, and the robot goes, "Intruder alert, intruder alert." and Paris goes, "Shh," and backhands him in the face, and he goes, "Intruder alert." As he kind of sulks off with his feelings hurt. I just love that.
That Hollow Fantasy also lends itself to another one. It was the time when they brought Seven on, and you remember when he was coming toward her, and she goes, "We are Borg," and just this real dry delivery. Then she disarms them. That's a funny one too.
Yep. So thanks, Matt Sweatman, for a great question. That was a lot of fun. If anybody else would like to send us a question of the week for us to answer on the air, you can email us at earthstationtrek@gmail.com, or you can reach out to us on our Facebook page. You can send us a message, or you can tag us in a post, and we will see it. So there we go.